Alright, so the next sound we're putting in here is a piano sound. Now, maybe you don't have this exact VST, and it's something I would really recommend you guys invest your time in. Look up some of these VSTs I'm using because they are very important. What you put in is what you get out. So if you're using low quality sounds at the end, it's going to be really hard to get a presentable product that competes with other people. So this is a VST I really like for pianos, but in case you don't have and you still want to follow along, you can just go ahead and use the FL keys. Your sound will be a little more plasticky, but it's something you can do right now until you're able to get these VSTs that I'm using. Let's go ahead and delete that. I'm not going to need it, and we'll just be playing 3 chords. So let me go ahead and put these chords down, and then I'll show you guys what the notes actually are. Make sure your snap is set to 1/4 of a beat. Your metronome is on, and I usually start with wait, and what wait allows me to do is it won't record anything until I actually hit a key, and that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. So let me go ahead and put that in there. Okay, so that's cool. And now one thing I want to do in here is actually go to the advanced interface and select our diamond bundle and select our ballet preset on that. And here are the actual chords. So you have this is the first chord over here. So it's just C, D sharp, G. And then you have this chord over here. Okay, and here if you guys want to see the notes again, A sharp, D, F. Then the last chord is over here. And again, if you want to see the notes, G sharp, C, D sharp. And then over here, we just did the exact same 3 chords, just in reverse order. So instead of going down like we did over here, we started with this chord and we just went up with it. So same 3 chords. The middle chord actually even stays the same, so you're just switching the first and the last chord up. And obviously you guys know the notes for that. Okay, and now the next thing I want to add in here is our tubular bell. So go ahead and go to your JL kit and drag that in here. And we'll basically just be using 2 notes for this. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit. And this is a VST over here versus this is a sound font, and sound fonts tend to usually be a lot louder than VST, so you usually want to turn them down and pan them a little bit. But let me go ahead and put these notes in here, and I'll show you guys what else we're gonna do to it. One thing I do want to do is turn the snare up. It's kind of a little hard to hear. And turn this tubular bell down just so it's not competing as hard with the piano. And here are the 2 notes. It's a C, and then a G sharp, and then a G sharp, and a C. And you're just playing it over the first and the third chord, and then the first and the third chord again. And now one thing we want to do is let's go over here to our true pianos again and go to our tools and our strum section, and we'll just play with this strum feature a little bit just to humanize it a little bit more like somebody's actually playing it, and it just gives you a nice little strum without you actually having to play it. So it's real simple, it's real easy. So we'll go maybe just around 0.03. Let's take a listen to it solo. Okay, and that's fine. And add our tubular bell to that. Okay, so the next time we want to add in here is a brass sound. So let's go ahead and add Nexus to this. And we'll go down to the classical section and just pick Hollywood Brass. Okay, that's what that sounds like. And if you don't have Nexus, you could use the Citrus plugin. You're not going to get not very close to the sound, but at least you can put it in there and see what it sounds like. But you can maybe use the Greasy plugin. Just take this off right here, so just right click. Okay, so you can go ahead and replace it with that. So let me go ahead and put it in there. We'll basically be just copying these chords down here again. So real simple. Record, wait, metronome on. So let me go ahead and lay that down. Okay, so that's cool. Let's just turn it down just a little bit. It's a little loud. And let's take this reverb off of it. Let's take a listen to it now. Okay, so that part is cool, and I kind of maybe want to add like a little lead line over it. And as you guys can see, it is the same chords that we used earlier. And then, so real simple. So let's go ahead and maybe add something over the top of it. Record everything, and I kind of have an idea what I want to do, so let me go ahead and lay that down and I'll show you guys the notes I'm adding. Okay, and here they are. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to actually bend this up a little bit, so something like this. And as you can see, we didn't do it on the second part, but it's just these notes right here. It's real simple again. So now I'll go ahead and add my Dimension Pro and find the sound that I'm looking for. I'm looking for an organ sound actually. So I know this has some great organ sounds in here. And the one I like is the Hammond Soul Fast. If you guys remember older runner beats, the runners, they used to use this. And I want to go ahead and put that in the second part over here, just to break it up a little, not make this same pattern coming over here again. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure record, our metronome and our weight is on. And put that in there. Now let's actually set our snap to 1/4 of a beat before we do that. Oops, we actually don't need the weight since we're going for the second part, so make sure that's off. So just like that, and turn that down a little bit, and it's the same chords again that we've been playing. I mean, this is just real simple stuff, but it sounds good. You know, as you guys can tell, you get a real big, a real orchestral type sound that you're looking for. So it's just the same 3 chords over again, nothing to it. And so let's actually move on to the next section and add the rest of our instruments to this.